How are you?
Okay, we're here with Peter Roskam from Wheaton, Illinois, the Chief Deputy Whip, and I'm going to ask him a couple questions. One is somewhat personal related. I live in Morton Grove, Illinois, not in your district, unfortunately. Gas is $3.40 a gallon. It's probably a little bit less in your district. As far as energy, as far as drill here, drill in Anwar, drill in offshore, what is your policy, sir?
There's two things that are going on that are having an impact us in Chicagoland. Your taxes in Morton Grove are higher than my taxes in DuPage. That's part of the problem. But Illinois in general has a sales tax on top of the motor fuel tax. So you'll notice that if you drive to Indiana or into Ohio or Michigan, these other Midwestern states that I've driven in recently, gas prices are cheaper. Now, in terms of the national issue, you are right to point out that one of our challenges is to increase domestic energy production. And House Republicans over the past couple of years have articulated an all-of-the-above energy strategy, which I think absolutely makes sense to most Americans. It says pursue these different sources of energy, particularly domestically, and it's a winner. It creates more supply, which by definition brings costs down, and it also creates less dependence on foreign sources of oil, and we need no reminder other than the events in Egypt, even though it's not an oil-producing nation per se. It is a very tumultuous part of the world that is increasingly unstable, and we are wise to make sure that we have domestic sources of energy.
I see, very good. One more question. The EPA is becoming one of the most, in my opinion, unpopular federal agencies. It's not quite at the IRS level. There was one speaker who wants to replace the EPA. I don't want to pin you on that, but do you think the EPA has gone too far in regulation?
I think the EPA has gone too far. The EPA is now operating and essentially saying that it wants to advance an agenda that Congress itself has rejected. The cap-and-trade bill that didn't make it through the past Congress, which tells you how incredibly controversial cap-and-trade was. Now to use that very that very policy as a framework to move forward through the rulemaking process when the elected representatives of the people have said no, that's a bridge too far, and I think that's a classic example of an EPA that needs to be reined in.
Okay, thank you. And that was Peter Roskam, Chief Deputy Whip out of Wheaton, Illinois. Thank you.